Okay, let's continue, and again, let's start with traditional question. Okay, so let's start from about a great question about if there are several matches. So the function index of, so during the break, I have asked you to read documentation. So okay, here inside documentation, it is everything written. So returns the index of the string of the first occurrence of the specified substring. So yes, function index of will show us uh, the first index of this match. So if we have some extra the same words, so they will not be mm, so this index of returns only one integer. So this integer will contain the first occurrence. There is some special function called last index of. So this will be index of last occurrence. So our string, okay, so this our string doesn't have multiple words, but we can search for example, one letter. Okay, int index of O, text index of. So we can just find symbol O. So the first occurrence will be here. So if I count correctly, this will be somewhere 13 index. Let's call this variable first index. But there's additional function called last index of, and this will give us the last index found here. So we will not get index of this O and this O character, but we will get index of this one last. So first index and last index. So we can search not only for text, so text from one character is also a text. And here it is first index and last index. But this question is brilliant because you have given me an idea of a great practical assignment. But let's talk about it after about some half of an hour. But now let's look on more several. So please rewrite this example also. Here's will be comment about first index of and last index of. So please rewrite and then please give me know about it. Then we will continue about other useful functions. So the first useful function, it is called substring. This function will is used um, to get a part of original string. For example, we need to get only a part of the string. For example, we do not need this first the and space. So, for example, we need only this part. Quick brown fox jumps over lazy dog. So here it is special function for that. It is called substring. And here there are two options for that substring. We can specify first only one index. So this will returns a string from this begin and index till the end of original string. So let's try it. Let's call it subs1. And let's try at the same time another option. For example, from 4 till 19. Let's call it subs2. So text substring with one index will give us a substring that starts from this index and goes till the end of a string. So if I am calling text substring 4, we will, so let's count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So starting from this index, so this resulting string will be from this index till the end of original string. If I am using here two parameters, so this will be start index and this will be end index. So I will get in substring stored here from 4 till I don't know here where's here 19, but somewhere here it is. So I will get substring from start index to the end index, and this will be substring stored here. So let's run. Okay, so what do we see? Substring starting from index 4 is the same original string, but starting from index 4. So here we're missing this word the and space. So because we are starting, because we took only a part of the string from index 4 till the end. Here we have just cut out a part of the string, this original string, not this one, from this index and till this one. So this will be resulting string. So these are two ways to how to get a substring of original. So later we will hardly use this one. So please rewrite this example, and here I'll also put additional comments from index till end of origin. And this second option is when we are like cutting from origin from this index and till this index. Okay, it is clear with these two options of substring. Okay, and if you specify here some index that is not contained in a string, for example, here we have, I don't know, somewhere around 40 symbols. So if you will call this substring by index, I don't know, 200, so most probably you will, well, cannot, most probably, so with 100% guarantee you will get an exception, and your application will not continue from that. So please do not make mistakes when you're somehow calculating these indexes. So again, here you can have not only just hard-coded integers, so here you can use variables or calculate this value in some way. Okay, next one useful function will be trim. Let me show you one special example. String s5 is equal to, so here I will put 3 spaces. Here will be text and 2 and 3 more spaces behind. Now what I will do, I will print here an extra, I don't know, horizontal vertical line. Then I will print this text stored in a variable s5, and then I'll print this vertical line once again. Why I'm doing that? Because if I will just simply print this variable, so spaces are transparent and you will not see them on the screen. So that's why I am printing this additional vertical line. So I have printed this line, and next I have printed this variable. So this variable contains an extra spaces from text and so before text and after text. Please copy this example, and, and next we will look how to get rid of these extra spaces. Okay, so this function is called so why why this function is necessary? Because you will probably often get some extra spaces between and after meaningful text when, for example, user enters some data inside HTML forms, for example, or when it copies some text. So this extra spaces before and after text is not is quite often. This happens quite often, and before processing text by its real value, it's useful. It is good practice to remove these leading or trailing spaces. So function for this is called s5 trim. And again, this function, so this mutates the state, and we need to save this value inside another string. But we can do it not in another, we can do it within the same. So just as 5 trim will not work. If we are saving the result in the same variable, it will work. Now let's copy paste these 3 lines of code and do it launch one more time. Sorry. Here println and println here. So after this, so when we are printing this last vertical line, please use here println. And look, here we will see now this text doesn't contain these spaces before and after. So this trim function, it's easy and useful. So the main moment here was about saving result of some mutating operation in the same variable. So that's a very often that's a very often way to work with strings. So when we are writing something like int e is equal to 5, and then we are writing e is equal to e plus 2, for example. So something the same we have here. So we can store result of string mutating function into the same variable. So without creating a new one. Okay. One more really useful function. It is, and this one will be quite complicated. So this is called split. And this function will split our string to substrings by some divider. So usually this divider is space. So if we have some text and we want to work with just with words, not with separate words, we are then it's useful to use this function. So okay, text split. Here inside we put some string that is used as divider. For example, we can use any string. So we can use a word, for example, fox. If we will use fox, our text will be splitted on this and this. If we are using, for example, white space, our text will be splitted in array of strings with containing just words. Okay, let's split by word fox. So result of a split will be an array of strings. So let's call it, okay, let it be, we already have, let's call it parts. Okay, what can we do with array? So we can, okay, let's try to print this. Okay, how do we print an array? We already know how to do it. And let's print this part. So please rewrite and launch this small example of split. Okay, let's run. So here it is results. The quick brown and space jumps over lazy dog. So when we split by some substring, this substring is not counted in as a part before or as a part after. So this text or symbol will be ignored in results. So we are really getting text before and we are getting text after. So if this uh, if we're splitting text by some dividers that is not really presented in the text, for example, if we're trying to split this text by word, okay, let's try to do it. Okay, text split by word, I don't know, cat, for example. Uh, how do you think what we will got here? Okay, how do you want to um, store -1 inside array of strings? So no way to store number -1 inside array of strings. So okay, nothing. Uh, well, and how it is? So Java doesn't contain type nothing. So here it is null. But okay, null. That's a good try. Well, let's go inside documentation and read. So return the array of strings computed by splitting the string around matches of the given regular expression. Okay, this doesn't give us a lot of information here. Okay, let's go next. Well, looks like in this case we do not have proper documentation for that. Okay, so let's try. So let's, for example, try to uh, so if we have null, let's check. If cats is equal to null, let's print something like that. Else, so another option is empty array. So empty array is not a null, but this array will have a length of 0. So here is our check. Please rewrite it and run. So please give me know when you are done, because here we have some interesting situation. So here we have tried to split text by a string that is not contained to a text. So we could expect null, we could expect empty array, but well, you see, we have array with length 1. So we have something in our array. Okay, if length is 1, so we can take the first element from this, so element by index 0. Let's call it strange string, and let's print this. So yes, this is a very unobvious behavior of this function split. And you see result that this first element of this strange resulting array is a whole original string. So yes, this is a very obvious behavior of this split function. So if we do not need to return this origin when we are using this split function, so this split function also has one extra parameter. So let's try to split this text once again by the same substring called cat, and let's here give second parameter -1. Let's call the resulting array normal cats. And then let's copy paste our previous check, but do not try to get the zeros element from this array. So okay, we do not need to just copy paste, so created this, let's call this normal cats, then check this normal cats on null, and then check the, if it is not null, check its length. So when it is done, please launch it. Hmm. So why it is again not working? So do you see the same results as me? Well, okay. So I've got second uh, undescribed strange behavior today. So okay. Till the next lesson, I will check what is happening here. So because that's even surprise for me, because before this limit worked. So I don't know, maybe here's maybe it was changed, but usually this worked. Well, okay. So that's quite surprisingly for me. Okay, but anyway, this will work correctly when we have some real substring that is contained inside the text. So now let's practice a little bit with this with these functions we have learned today. So let's create here inside strings subpackage one class called capitalize each word. With main function inside. And then please copy paste this original text here. And please tell me when it is done. So okay, uh, let's back here inside the split. So I will check why this length is not normal, but let's think now. So if we have some text and we have some word or symbol when we can really split a text, how much if we have something to split on, what will be the minimal size of this array? If we have something really inside that will work as a divider, what will be the minimal size of an array after split? No, if we have some text that can be split, the minimal size of array will be 2. So if we are splitting by word fox, so if we are splitting array by word fox that is here inside text, we will have array containing this string and this string. Yes, but if we're splitting by, I don't know, space, so we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elements. So if we have only one match inside this text, so the minimal array with results will be of size 2. So did my explanation helped here? If we have at least one match. So here, when we did not get when we did not get this element, so this element is not contained in a text, so it cannot be split. Well, we saw that length of this array with splits has the length of 1. So if you need to check, but we have just described that the minimal size of array, if it is really splitted, will be 2. So if we need to check, did we have the correct, if this array really contains the result of a split of if it was successful, so its length will be more than 1 anyway. So here, when we have splitted this text by word fox, we had this array length 2. You see, we have printed these parts of array 2 times. So this length was 2. Now, when we have splitted this by word this is not contained, so split really did not happen, this length was 1. So if you need to check if split has happened or not, look on this resulting array size. If it is more than 1, then split really happened. It is clear now. Okay. So now, practical assignment first. So you have new class here, main function and text. What I want from you, make all please make every second word in uppercase. So quick. Uh, so okay, that's not important from which word to start, from this or this, but I want every second word to be in uppercase here. Is this assignment clear by itself? Okay, if it's clear, so let's start. I give you, okay, 10 minutes for that. So in 21:15, I'll get back. Well, okay. Our lection unstoppably goes to finish, so uh, now let's we have still have a lot of things to discuss. So now let's create perform this exercise all together. So the first thing we need to do is split this original string to separate words. So we can do it by calling split function. So we're splitting by white space, and we'll get. So how split works? It will makes array of strings. So it takes all the text before divider, then uh, creating next element to put the next element to array until text until next divider. In our case, it's white space and so on and so on. So text split by white spaces will be words. So let me show you this in a debug. So just so this was the original text, and now we have when we split it by white space, here we have array of strings. And now we see here just words. So the separately, quick separately, brown separately, and so on. And now, okay, we need to iterate over this array. So we'll do it within a usual within unusual for loop, because here we will so if we will print we'll just take this word and print it on a screen capitalized, we will have each word capitalized. But we can change this e++ on e plus equal to. So we can we have done this trick some time ago when we increased this value of iterator not by one but by some other number when we performed this calculate p exercise. So now this e will be each second, and here inside this string word we will have also the each second. So word now is word to uppercase, and let's just print this capitalized word. And sorry. No, we cannot do like this because we will need to print also non. Yes. Okay. So if let's check if e is even or odd. Okay. So we can do it by this trick. So we have also done this before in calculate p. So if this is a not operation, we are changing this word on its uppercase version, and anyway we print it. So let me run this example, and what we got here: the is in uppercase, quick not. Brown is in uppercase, fox not. Jumps is now in uppercase. So this is how this was meant to be done. So actually we have splitted this text on separate words, and within a for loop, so we know how to understand every even or odd operation, and if it is even, or sorry, if it is odd operation, we are changing the words on uppercase version. It is now clear with this example. So yes, I say a comment about I don't know how comment the odd part separately from the even. So we have done this before in calculate p exercise. So here's a reminder how to do it. Okay, if it is clear, I'll put this code into GitHub. So do not rewrite this. Let us discuss on homework. So let's create one more class called calculate words with main function inside. And here please write string text is equal to empty string and semicolon after. So this should be like this. Okay, if it is done, then please open browser and search for word combination called lorem ipsum. So I will copy paste this word in Discord channel. And so please Google this phrase and open the first link. You will get this website. So lorem ipsum, it is some text generator used for oftenly used for websites when we need to check how our design will look if we have some text here, some text here, because often we need to think about this text shortening, how correct size of elements on the screen and so on. So lorem ipsum is a text generator. Now we will just copy some text. So here, please just take the first paragraph here. So this, I don't know how much, 9 lines of text, and copy this. And here's the important moment. So after you copy, get back to idea and put cursor here between the quotes. So exactly between the starting quote and finishing quote. And please let me know when you will get till this stage. And here, just press Ctrl V. So you will get a very long one line string here with copied text. So please check if your class is still compilable. So if yes, then class name defines itself. So your assignment will be write a code that counts some words. For example, word the. So you can get this word from user input. You can just hard code this word to count is equal to the, for example. So please write a code that first each simple just count the word given word, and bonus if print. So next, so bonus will be um, find all indexes. So find all positions of this word to find. So remember we had a question in the chat. Index, how do index of works? So it will find only the first occurrence of some text. So we are trying to find word there. So here it is. So we will get this index. But so this really bonus task will be find all indexes of these words. And your second homework will be Java task 05. No. Yes, Java task 05. So here it is located in Java homeworks folder. So here it is everything described quite clearly. So user enters something like that. John Lemon, you need to play with this lowercase, uppercase, substring, and other functions, trims to get normal name written from uppercase letter and everything else lowercase, but last name everything in uppercase. So here it is already some bonuses, and the important moment, this homework is more priority than calculate words. So this will be more bonus. This is your main homework. Everything is clear about homework. Okay, so I'll duplicate this in our chat. Sorry for some extra minutes over the lection time. So lection is over for now. So I wish you a nice evening and nice weekend, and goodbye.